Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. At the end of the video, if you do like the content, smash that like button. As you can tell from the header above, we're going to be installing the 2.5-inch leveling kit by Motofab on my 2015 F150. Alright, let me flip this camera around, get this truck in the garage, start jacking up the truck, take the tires off, and start getting into the process. Alright. Okay, so this is before the install of the leveling kit. The front is sitting about 38 inches. And the back is at 39.5. So after we install the 2.5-inch Motofab leveling kit, we'll go and check how high both are at the end. Alright, so next thing you're going to want to take off is the brake caliper. So it's going to be this bolt and this bolt, and those are 13 millimeters. Make sure when you take off your brake caliper, you should have something to hang it up so you don't put stress on the brake line itself. Hang right there. And while you're at that, so you don't put stress on the brake line or the ABS line, unbolt the 8mm right here and 10mm right there, and also right there the other 10mm, just so you don't have any stress on the lines. You're going to want to take out the two 21mm bolts right here holding the caliper bracket in. Alright, so next you're going to take off your rotor. If it is kind of stuck on there, use a hammer and kind of tap around here. Don't hit the studs or where the pads may touch. Alright, I already tapped mine already and got them loose. And you just go ahead and take them off. Alright, so next you're going to want to take off this dust shield. It's held on by three 8mm bolts right here, and there's one right down here. What I want to do is take off the axle dust cover. Use a screwdriver, or I'm using like a mini pry bar. Kind of tap it in there. They are aluminum, and they will kind of fold in sometimes. This one's actually coming off really nice. Just take your time, you don't want to break this. After you remove that dust cover, there's actually a 15mm bolt underneath that holds the axle in. So you're gonna want to take that off. Alright, so next you want to take off the ABS line. It's held in here by a 3/16 Allen. pull that out. Just kind of wiggle this out. Okay, put that to the side. Next, you want to take out the bolt holding the tie rod, which is a 21mm. I already kind of knocked it loose. Also, behind the actual knuckle for 4-wheel drive, you have this vacuum line right here. I just kind of just wiggle it and it pops right off. Just kind of put that to the side. The sway bar end link, which is right here. My impact wrench doesn't get in there, so I'm gonna have to use a 18mm wrench on the bolt, and to hold the actual stud in place, it's an 8mm on top. Alright, so next we are going to be doing the ball joint nut right here. It is an 18mm. Hopefully this impact wrench can get on there. So now that you took off that, the axle is going to want to drop out, which is good. Slowly bring that out because you don't want to injure or booger up the gears in there. Alright, let's place that like that. Put this nut back because we don't want to lose it. For the upper strut bolts, they're 18s. They're right here. There's 1, 2, and the third one's all there in the back. Use your 18mm wrench right here and just knock them loose. Got these loosened. I already got the back one off. They look like this. There's still 1 and 2 still on. They're kind of all at the top. They're already loosened. We're gonna go underneath and actually take these ones off right here for the actual strut. 1 and 2. They are 18s, 18mm. Okay, now you can remove these right here, these top ones. Like I said, they're pretty much loosened up already. Okay. Careful, it's gonna drop so you let this thing go. This always works better with an extra pair of hands. Now the axle's out, move that to the side. Best as you can. What you're gonna do is push down the pry bar, bring this up, and slide it on up. Like I said, a lot easier with 2 people, but hey, your boy gets it done. There she is. So now you grab your spacer for your leveling kit. This is, like I said, it's a 2.5 leveling kit from Motofab. It does measure out at 1 5/8, so do not be scared when you open the box, and it does not measure out to that 2.5 inches. But like I said, with the geometry afterwards, it all lines up to about 2.5 inches. All right, so they come with these Allen bolts right here. You slide them from the back right here. Use a 8mm Allen. Tighten it up real nice. Make sure it's in there really good, like really tight. I don't know the exact specs. I'll look it up. And then you're literally just gonna grab the old strut right here. You're gonna line up. It can only go on one way. Now that it's all tight. All right, so it went in, when it came out, you know, you have your 3 holes. Those are the originals. it actually flips it around. So therefore, your strut itself is going to do a 180 when you put it back in. All right, make this a little bit easier on you. Put the notes on the bolts for the bottom of the strut. Make sure they're flush because you don't want to booger up any of this. And you're just gonna knock them out. So it gives you about, what is that, like a two inches of play when you're putting it back in. We're coming slowly. There's one. Try not to hit my hand over here. It's getting kind of boogered up. This one's being a little tough. Let's try it from up here first. I gotta put these holes. Now I just put it. Just like that. All right, so actually before you put these studs back in, you actually want to put the axle in first, just because you need to push down on the lower control arm. Also too, when you have those studs loosened, you're gonna have to push it down also to put this sway bar link in. Just like that. Get that back up. Like I said, it'd be a lot easier if I had one of those ratchet wrenches, a gear wrench. But hey, sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. Just takes a little bit more time. But just be patient. You don't want to rush and start breaking things. Alright, so you can see right now I'm using my jack to kind of push up on the lower control arm, kind of straighten this out so I can put the axle back into the knuckle. Make sure you guys take your guys' time on this. Definitely do not want to strip this out. Put your tie rod in, start up the bolt, and make sure the thing sits in there good. Start to dust cover the axle nut. 15mm on top of the axle nut. Kind of just going slowly. You want to make sure this thing seats good. You don't want to be stripping it. So now we're going to go to the tie rod bolt, which is a 21 again. Hopefully it doesn't spin. Alright, perfect. I'm just going to kind of tighten that up right now. Now we're going to go into the upper control arm bolt. putting the knuckle back onto the ball joint. So we're gonna have to use your jack again. Kind of bring it up slowly. All right, so the ball joint was spinning. So I'm using an 18mm wrench with 8mm deep socket to hold the ball joint in place and tightening it up. Anybody out there that feels sorry for me and wants to get me some gear wrenches, I will just email me and I'll send you my address so you can send me a nice gear wrench set. Putting back the ABS line. Also, don't forget to put back this vacuum hose that goes behind the knuckle. Put your Allen, just kind of send it home. All right, YouTube, the 2.5-inch Motofab leveling kit is on the truck, and I must say it does look great. All right, we took the measurements at the beginning of the video, which the fronts were about 38 inches tall and the back was just shy of 40 inches tall. All right, so let's turn the camera around and measure out the vehicle and see if it actually did level out the truck. All right, let's get to the center of that center cap, and look at that. We're about 39 3/4 in the front. And as we move to the back, let's get to the center of this cap as well, and we're about the same thing, 39 3/4. All right, guys, there you have it. So the 2.5-inch Motofab leveling kit did actually level out the truck. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get out there and actually get some new tires and maybe wheel and tire package. Who knows? Comment down below what else you guys want to see. I got a lot of things going on with this truck. For a fact, spoiler alert, want to get drill and slotted performance rotors and pads. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button. But until next time, aloha.